Lanny went to college and racked up huge debt.
A little bit over $100,000.
For a degree he couldn't use? Now what?
I had a friend that went to my computer career.
They even helped him get hired immediately after graduation.
One of the things I love about IT is that you can work from anywhere you want.
You could become an IT pro in just months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI with zero experience at mycomputercareer.edu.
It worked for me, and I know it can work for you.
This is one student's experience. Individual results vary.
Good afternoon and welcome to KSMO Radio. Let's take a look at your latest KSMO weather forecast. Today we could have some scattered showers and thunderstorms, mainly after 2 this afternoon. Chance of precipitation is 40% under mostly cloudy skies with a high temperature near 86 degrees. Now our heat index value will be as high as 93 with westerly winds around 7 miles per hour. Tonight we have a 50-50 chance of showers and thunderstorms with mostly cloudy skies and a low temperature around 66 degrees. Winds will be out of the west at around 5 miles per hour, becoming calm during this evening. Tomorrow should be mostly sunny with a high temperature near 84 degrees. Winds tomorrow will be out of the north at around 7 miles per hour. Then tomorrow night we expect mostly clear skies, low temperature around 62 degrees with a light northwesterly wind. Wednesday, sunny again with a high temperature near 86. We'll have a light westerly wind on Wednesday. Wednesday night skies will be mostly clear with a low around 64. Then Thursday we expect sunny skies with a high temperature near 88 degrees. Mostly clear skies to forecast for Thursday night with a low around 69 degrees. And Friday, which is Independence Day, will be sunny with a high temperature near 90 degrees. Then Friday night will be partly cloudy with a low around 70. Saturday we expect mostly sunny skies with a high near 90 degrees. Skies will be partly cloudy Saturday night, low around 70 degrees. And Sunday we have a chance of showers and thunderstorms in our forecast from KSMO with mostly sunny skies and a high temperature near 90 degrees. And that is your noon hour weather update brought to you by all of us here at KSMO, where it is now time for the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report.
Receive Brownfield's latest national and state news, markets, and weather in your email inbox. Sign up for Brownfield's Agriculture Today e-newsletter at brownfieldagnews.com. Hello, everyone. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield, and this is my 2 cents. Stop for a minute and consider the agricultural technologies that we use every day on our farms. Genetically modified organisms, GMOs, can be engineered to grow faster, use nutrients more efficiently, and increase yield. Science allows us to analyze our soils for nutrients, pH, and organic matter to help optimize use of fertilizer. Thanks to science, we have microbial inoculants, so we can use beneficial bacteria or fungi to promote plant growth and nutrient update. Because of science, we can use selective breeding in livestock for traits like milk production, soundness, and meat quality. We use artificial insemination, the original AI, and embryo transfer to improve genetics within our herds more quickly. We have precision technologies today that let us place the right inputs in exactly the right amount and the right time in exactly the right place, saving us time and resources while improving yields. We should celebrate science, but also protect it. To advance agendas, some lawmakers and protesters or lobbying organizations will cherry-pick their science, presenting only the findings that support a political goal or favorable result. For the few, not the many. What research gets funded often depends on the political leanings of those holding the purse strings. I'm Cindy Young with Brownfield. That's my 2 cents.
I'm Chris Jakimick. I served in the United States Air Force and I deployed 3 times. So in 2017, I was serving as an Air Force First Sergeant. Our motto in that role is my job is people, everyone is my business. But unfortunately in that year, I would lose my own brother, Lance Corporal Adam Jakimick, to suicide. The majority of veteran suicides are from guns. I store my weapons securely, not only for myself, but for my family. Store all your guns securely. Help stop suicide. My service never stops.
Brought to you by End Family Fire and the Ad Council.
Helping your inner circle prepare for emergencies can start in many ways. Put together an emergency kit with Wipe Wall. Create a family communication plan with your tita. Remind Buy to keep a backup battery charged. It all starts with a simple step, telling those you care about to be ready for the worst. So start a conversation and plan for emergencies together. Get more tips at ready.gov/start. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Country Mart in Salem has a large selection of fresh and packaged meats, as well as fresh fruits and vegetables. They even have propane tanks and everything you need for a picnic, barbecue, or even just a great day on the river. It can all be found under one roof at Country Mart in Salem. And don't forget to check them out online at www.tcmarkets.com. Country Mart, Highway 3272 East in Salem. They're here to help you save. Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at Advanced Chiropractic, Jet Tires and Auto, Salem Bowling Center, and Terrell's Complete Auto Care, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained. Town Screen in Salem.
Additional direct cash cattle trade to end the week, and cash hogs closed firm. Good morning. I'm Megan Grebner with your Brownfield Livestock Market Report. There was another light round of direct cash cattle trade that took place on Friday. For the week, live deals in the South were marked at $224 to $225. That's $4 to $5 lower than the prior week's weighted averages. Dress business in the North was up mostly $386. That was $9 lower than the previous week's weighted average basis in Nebraska. At the Lamoni livestock auction in Iowa, steers weighing more than 900 pounds were $7 to $14 higher. The USDA says there were not enough heifers or steers less than 900 pounds for an accurate market comparison. Demand was moderate to good, and buyers were active both in-house and online. Supply was moderate to heavy. Medium and large one feeder steers 904 to 929 pounds brought $294.50 to $308.50. Medium and large one feeder heifers 567 to 570 pounds brought $330 to $343. Box beef closed higher with solid demand for light offerings. Choice up $1.46 at $396.51. Select was $321 higher at $382.95. Estimated cattle slaughter was 105,000 head, down 3,000 on the week and down more than 14,000 on the year. Cash hogs closed firm with a very light negotiated run. It was an up and down week for the cash hog market. Weather was a factor, but when it comes to where the market is finding strength, that lies in demand. Global demand for U.S. pork has been strong, and pork saw a big bump in the week's export sales report as China returned to the buyer's list. Domestic demand has also been relatively strong, benefiting from pork's competitive price in the retail space. Barrows and gilts at the National Daily Direct were up 9 cents with a weighted average of 108.09. Prices at the regional direct markets were not reported due to confidentiality. Butcher hogs closed sharply lower, down $2.19 at $117.46. Bellies dropped more than $13. And estimated hog slaughter was 463,000 head, up 10,000 on the week and down nearly 6,000 on the year. At the CME, live and feeder cattle were higher, supported by strong box beef during the session, shrugging off the week's lower cash business. And lean hog futures ended the day mixed on spread trade, with cash business mixed as well. I'm Megan Grebner for Brownfield.
I'm Naheem Hines, proud supporter of the Muscular Dystrophy Association. My mom has muscular dystrophy, and the MDA helps her and kids like my buddy Ethan.
My name is Ethan, and I'm 12 years old. Thanks to the Muscular Dystrophy Association and people like you, I have more hope than ever before. And MDA funds over 150 care centers for kids like me.
For over 70 years, MDA has been transforming the lives of people living with muscular dystrophy, ALS, and related neuromuscular diseases. Learn more at MDA.org today.
For 75 years, the Muscular Dystrophy Association's voices have thundered through the halls of Congress.
For 75 years, we've willed the impossible into existence.
For 75 years, the MDA community has pushed the science,
shifted the narrative,
and established the field of neuromuscular medicine.
And until that day, when this is all a thing of the past,
you couldn't stop us if you tried.
Join us and celebrate 75 years of breakthroughs at MDA75.org.
That has been the Brownfield Commentary and Midday Livestock Report. It is now time for a look at updated funeral announcements being brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Serving Salem and Dent County for over 30 years, Your World Today is 4 pages of information that will take you about 5 minutes to read, and they are available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker, and online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today, be sure and pick one up every weekday or check it out online. Beverly Bev Lynn Drury, age 67 of Salem, passed away Friday, June 27th. Funeral services for Bev Drury will be Tuesday at 12 noon at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Bev Drury will also be Tuesday from 11 in the morning till service time at 12 noon. Burial will be in the Dry Fork Cemetery. Memorial contributions may be made to the American Cancer Society. Envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for Beverly Bev Lynn Drury of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. David Lee Beely, Sr. of Salem, passed away Thursday, June 26, at the age of 82 years. Funeral services for David Beely, Sr. will be Tuesday, July 1st at 1 in the afternoon at the Salem Chapel of James Garb Mortuary. Visitation for family and friends of David Beely, Sr. will also be on Tuesday, prior to the service starting at 11 and continuing till 1 o'clock. Entry will be at the North Lawn Cemetery. And all arrangements for David Lee Beely, Sr. of Salem are under the direction of the James Garb Mortuary of Salem. Brenda Sue Payne of Golden Valley, Arizona, passed away Wednesday, June 11th at the age of 72 years. Graveside services for Brenda Payne will be Wednesday afternoon at 2 o'clock at the Jadwin Cemetery. And all arrangements for Brenda Sue Payne of Golden Valley, Arizona, are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. John Thomas Stevens, age 85 of Salem, passed away Saturday, June 28th. A memorial gathering will be held from 4 until 7 Wednesday, July 2nd at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Memorial contributions may be made in memory of John Stevens to the Tunnels to Tower Foundation. Memorial envelopes will be available, and all arrangements for John Thomas Stevens of Salem are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. Eula May Dotson Medley of Boss passed away Saturday, June 28th, at the age of 80 years. Funeral services for Eula Medley will be Thursday at 12 noon at the Wilson Mortuary, Salem Chapel. Visitation for family and friends of Eula Medley will also be Thursday from 10 in the morning till service time at 12 noon. Burial will be in the Boss Cemetery, and all arrangements for Eula May Dodson Medley of Boss are under the direction of the Wilson Mortuary of Salem. That has been a look at updated funeral announcements brought to you as a courtesy of Your World Today. Your World Today is the only daily news flyer in Dent County. It is available in over 40 locations in Salem and in Bunker. And be sure and check out Your World Today online at our website, KSMOradio.com. Your World Today has been serving Dent County for over 30 years, and the best part about it is absolutely free.
Out of town and want to know what's going on in Salem, how the Salem Tigers did, or who may have passed away? There's only one way to get that information quickly, and that's by going to Your World Today online. Go to KSMOradio.com and click on the Your World Today button, and you'll get the latest edition online, or check out the Your World Today archives. And if you are in town, pick one up in any of the 30-plus locations in Salem and Bunker. Your World Today, they're free!
It is now time for a look at local news. It's being brought to you by Southwest Baptist University's Salem campus. SBU Salem campus provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding area. For more on degrees and programs, stop by SBU Salem campus today at 501 South Grand Street or you can call them at 573-729-7071. I'm Bob Parsons reporting. There'll be a special meeting of the Board of Aldermen this evening at 6 o'clock at the Old City Hall Auditorium at 202 North Washington Street. After call to order, roll call, and approval of the agenda, the board will have first reading of Bill 3673, 3674, 3675, 3676, and Bill 3677. These bills are all an ordinance establishing rates for electric services provided by the City of Salem. Next will be a bill number 3678, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to execute change order number 5 with Donald Magi, Inc. for the Salem Sidewalk Improvements Project. Then bill number 3679, an ordinance adopting an annual budget for the City of Salem, will be reviewed. Up next is resolution number 23-2025, authorizing the mayor to execute an agreement between the city and the Merrimack Regional Planning Commission for technical assistance. The Salem Board of Aldermen will discuss credit and debit card processing charges and bid 3-phase demand meters before going into closed session. The Denton County Commission met this morning at the Denton County Courthouse. Presiding Commissioner Gary Larson was not in attendance due to a previous commitment, so District 2 Commissioner Jimmy Williams was selected the acting presiding commissioner. Cindy Jones from We the People handed out an article from the Missouri Independent that reported that some voter-approved bonds in April have violated the Missouri Public Notice Law, meaning the Missouri Auditor Scott Fitzpatrick cannot certify. None of these bonds were from Denton County. In the road report, District 1 Commissioner Keith Green said his crews will be checking for washouts in his district and repair the roads needing attention. But he said many of his crew members would probably be helping District 2, which had much more damage from the rain this weekend. District 2 Commissioner Williams said crews would be assessing damage to roads in the Sligo and Boss areas, as well as checking for downed trees, prioritizing which roads will get repairs first. They will make sure that everyone will be able to get out as workers will be working late. Denton County Collector Shannon Van Kirk said today is the last day for senior citizens at least 62 years of age to apply for the SB 190 Homestead Real Estate Tax Credits. Van Kirk said she has received 390 applications today, which she said presented to the commissioners for their signature. Anyone who can't apply today by 4:30 will have to wait until next year, starting April 1st, for the SB 190 Homestead Real Estate Tax Credits for senior citizens. Van Kirk also said those who have not yet paid their past due real estate taxes from 2022, that those taxes must be paid today by 4:30. Otherwise, starting Tuesday, all 3 years of delinquent taxes must be paid, not just those that were outstanding for 2022, to keep from having your property being advertised for a tax sale from the courthouse steps. Checks will no longer be accepted for those taxes in the collector's office, and payments will need to be made in cash or by cashier's check. Van Kirk said there were still 22 properties that have outstanding taxes from 2022. Denton County Clerk Angie Curley said today was also the deadline for businesses in Denton County that sell liquor to get their county license. This is in addition to the state license that is required. Also, businesses that don't comply cannot legally serve alcohol beginning tomorrow. Those with questions need to call the county clerk's office at 573-729-4144. The next meeting of the Denton County Commission will be Thursday morning at the courthouse at 9 o'clock, and the meeting will be open to the public. On Wednesday, June 25th, in the 42nd Judicial Court held in Denton County, prosecuting attorney Andrew Curley reported that Isaac Gormley of Salem, who was currently serving an imposed sentence in the Department of Corrections for the possession of a controlled substance, pled guilty to the possession of methamphetamine. He was again sentenced to serve 7 years in the Department of Corrections as recommended by Prosecutor Curley. In Denton County Associate Circuit Court on Thursday, in front of Judge Nathan Kelsaw, Roland Soyas of Steelville pled guilty to the possession of methamphetamine. He was sentenced by Judge Kelsaw to 5 years in the Missouri Department of Corrections as requested by Denton County Prosecutor Andrew Curley. These reports were released from the Dent County Sheriff's Office for June. On Sunday, June 22nd, deputies responded to the 200 block of County Road 4170 for a disturbance call. A 39-year-old Salem woman was arrested for possession of a controlled substance and was incarcerated at the Dent County Jail. Later that same day, deputies responded to the unit block of County Road 4220 for an animal complaint. That investigation is ongoing. Then on Thursday, June 26, deputies conducted a traffic stop at the roadside park on North Highway 19. An occupant of the vehicle was found to be in possession of drug paraphernalia. That investigation is ongoing. The next day, Friday, June 27th, deputies conducted a traffic stop on West Highway 32 near Highway 72. The operator was arrested for driving with a suspended or revoked driving privilege and transported to the Dent County Jail. If you have any information on any ongoing investigation, please contact the Dent County Sheriff's Office at 573-729-3241. Salem Area Board of Education met Thursday in the R80 boardroom. After the call to order, the agenda was approved, followed by an executive session for the purpose of discussing student issues. The consent agenda was approved, followed by the superintendent's report, including Dr. Wills documenting CSIP goals addressed in all reports. Dr. Wills then updated the board on the FEMA building construction and the 2025-2026 budget proposal. Reports were then heard from administrators. In new business, the board approved a resolution to make all applicable transfers from Funds 1, 2, and 4 and to participate in the state salary grants. First readings of MSBA 2025B policy updates, UE policy updates, and MSBA upper elementary policy updates were provided. Motions were made and approved to amend the 2024-2025 budget to reflect actual expenditures and revenues, the 2025-2026 Professional Development Plan, the SLP-A contract with Alcorn Therapy and Consulting, and the contract with Communication Development, LLC. Surplus property was approved for 75 desks, 40 wooden chairs, and bus number 2. Nathan Wills and Tracy Wolf were approved as the authorized personnel for the Salem RD lockbox at the Bank of Salem. Jason Green as signatory on the general account for Salem RD at the Bank of Salem, and the removal of Philip Mercer as a signatory. Motions were moved and approved for the construction trades out-of-state trip, the RTI Consortium Agreement, the Cahill Construction, Inc. change order for hand dryers and heaters, the Compass Health MOU, the development preschool lease, the audit bid from Shoals, Wood, and Rapp PC, the upper elementary roof bid from GRP Wegman, and the 2025-2026 budget. The board addressed a transfer of Melissa Plank from 1st to 4th grade, the hiring of Teresa Wilkin as upper elementary paraprofessional, Tanya Sanders, middle school secretary, and resignations or retirements of middle school secretary Shelley Kerr, William Lynch, paraprofessional Elizabeth Brown, and middle school paraprofessional Lynn Mast. The board then adjourned and moved into executive session to consider personnel. Interstate 44 will narrow nightly for core drilling operations beginning this week. Crews from the Missouri Department of Transportation will be obtaining core samples at various locations between Conway and Rolla. Work is planned overnight, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., Monday through Friday, today through July 22nd. Motorists can expect intermittent single-lane closures both directions. Drivers should expect delays. Core drilling allows for a detailed examination of the layers of roadway and supporting geology below the roadway surface. By studying the samples obtained in the cores, the project team can make more informed decisions on design and material elements for future work along I-44. All work is weather permitting and schedules are subject to change. MoDOT asks all motorists to work with them by buckling up, putting your phone down, obeying all traffic signs, and slowing down and moving over in work zones. Motorists are advised to use extra caution through work zones, obey all traffic signs, and avoid any distractions. For traffic updates or other transportation-related matters, please call 888-ASK-MoDOT or visit the Traveler Information Map. Information is also available 24/7 via social media. Follow the MoDOT Central Missouri District on social media, Facebook, X, and Instagram. Well, that has been a look at local news, and it was brought to you by SBU Salem Campus at 501 South Grand Street, where they offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN bridge program, criminal justice, and elementary education. For more about SBU Salem Campus, contact them at 573-729-7071.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated the best hearing aids of 2025 by Forbes Health, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices, starting at just $98 a pair.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aid.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 1 million happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Have you seen Town Screen yet? It's one of the most affordable ways to get your message out in the community. With strategically placed vertical screens in numerous locations in Salem, check it out at the American Legion Post number 99, Looking Glass Salon, Salem Senior Center, and McCoy Vision Clinic, just to name a few. Find out more about how you can use Town Screen for everything local. Stop by 800 South Main or call 636-338-1199. Hometown created and maintained, Town Screen in Salem.
It is now time for a look at local and regional sports, being brought to you as a courtesy of your Ozark sports leader, KSMO. The St. Louis Cardinals were in Cleveland for a 3-game series that started with a Redbird shutout of the Guardians 5-0. Pedro Pages and Alec Burleson each homered in that game, but it was undoubtedly Sonny Gray's 89-pitch complete game with one hit only that shut out the Guardians that gave the Cardinals that early 1-0 series advantage. On Saturday, the Cardinals found themselves down by 5 after giving up a 6-run inning to the Guardians in the 4th. This lead, though, wouldn't last long, as St. Louis had a 2-run 5th and a 5-run 6th as they went on to win that game 9-6. Yesterday, the Cardinals completed the sweep with another shutout, 7-0. Just past the halfway mark in the season, the Cardinals are 47-38, third in the National League Central and sixth in the National League. The 9-game road trip continues for the Redbirds as they're in Pittsburgh this evening to face the Pirates. You can listen to that game live right here on KSMO 1340 AM or in 95.7 FM with coverage set to start at 4:45 and the first pitch at 5:40. Kansas City Royals started a 3-game series with the Dodgers on Friday in Kauffman Stadium. Both teams traded runs in the first, then had a combined 5 runs scored in the second. Going into the third, the Royals held a 1-run lead 4-3. Kansas City's bats fell silent, and after a pair of runs scored in the fifth, the Dodgers defeated the Royals 5-4. On Saturday, the Royals turned things around. A fifth-inning Vinny Pasquantino home run lifted the Kansas City Royals to a 6-0 lead over the Dodgers. Los Angeles attempted to rally, but it was too little, too late. Kansas City tied up the series with a 9-5 final. Yesterday, the Royals got off to a good start with a Bobby Witt Jr. double in the first that batted in Jonathan India for the first score of the game. Unfortunately for the Royals, that would be all the scoring they could manage, and the Dodgers won 5-1. Kansas City is 3-7 in their last 10 games and begin a new 4-game series against the Seattle Mariners tonight at 8:40. And that has been a look at local and regional sports brought to you as a courtesy of KSMO. Stay tuned for a look at sports from the Missouri Net.
Net Sports. I'm Bill Pollock. The Cardinals are a season-best 9 games over 500 after sweeping the Guardians with a 7-0 win on Sunday in quite a weekend. The Cardinals rallied from down 6-1 on Saturday to win 9-6 around the bookend shutouts Friday and Sunday. Manager Ali Marmol.
We hit some homers, but we also took what was given, and at times that was an extra base, taking our singles, keeping the line moving. Pitching staff did a really nice job, man. Outside of that one inning on Miles, I mean, we threw up a ton of zeros. So a lot to be proud of and excited about in this series, and now we get ready for the next.
The Royals picked up their first win at home in the month of June on Saturday, a 9-5 win over the Dodgers. They lost yesterday 5-1. Manager Matt Quattrero.
We love playing here. We haven't played well here. You know, that's obvious. That, you know, it hasn't been fun for us. It hasn't been fun for our fans. We're going to try to do everything we can for the fans that follow us on the road, to watch us on TV. We're going to play better baseball. It doesn't matter where we go.
Kansas City on the road in Seattle. The Cardinals are in Pittsburgh tonight. The Blues added 3 new players to their organization over the weekend. The Blues selected forward Justin Carbonneau in the first round of the NHL draft on Friday.
When I was junior, I compared myself to Kyrou, and I don't think because I'm the same, because I loved him. And I learned that when you compare yourself, you have to tell a player that looks like you, not just that you like watching. So, but yeah, it was Jordan Kyrou. The way he plays, he was pretty young at that time, a few years ago, but his deception, it's great to watch him play.
The Blues also took Russian forward Mikhail Fedorov and 18-year-old Swedish goalie Luve Herenstam. And the Blues are set at goalie for a while. They signed backup Joel Hofer to a 2-year, $6.8 million contract to team up with Jordan Binnington. The Mizzou football program added a 4-star recruit interior offensive lineman Brandon Anderson. He committed to the Tigers, choosing Mizzou over Tennessee and North Carolina. He's Mizzou's 8th commitment for the 2026 class. Bill Pollock, Missouri Net Sports.
The following safety message is brought to you by KSMO Lives. Large trucks and buses need room. When they don't have room, crashes happen. Big, ugly, take up the highway, lives lost, cars totaled kind of crashes. The bigger the vehicle, the bigger the blind spot, also called no zones. Don't linger in the no zones. Make sure you can see their headlights in your rearview mirror before changing lanes. Give them room to slow down, because simple actions and more room save lives.
Hi, I'm Kim Holderness.
And I'm Penn Holderness. You don't have to have an amazing race to the doctor, but you should make time for routine cancer screenings.
I schedule my mammogram and other cancer screenings around my birthday and then treat myself to lunch.
I do too, because, of course, everyone likes lunch.
The C word can be scary, but routine screenings can detect cancer before symptoms appear.
And early detection equals better outcomes.
Go to preventcancer.org to find out which cancer screenings you need.
Some things can steal your sunshine. Ugh, I just got my hair done.
Sorry, the cooler's broken. Anyone see my flip-flops? Anyone?
But COVID-19 can steal a lot more.
I just took a COVID test. Ugh.
Prescription medications for COVID exist. If you test positive this summer, ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com/COVID-19 to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It is now time for our news from the Missouri Net. Then stay tuned to KSMO after the top of the 1 o'clock hour. I'll be back with your latest KSMO weather forecast.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh! I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I'd love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
Missouri Net News, I'm Matt Pilger. Fresh off a trade mission to France, Governor Mike Kehoe says he expects deals to be made as a result of the trip. He says the focus was to boost business for Missouri's aerospace industry.
Obviously, Missouri's economy has a very large footprint of aerospace manufacture and, more importantly, suppliers. So we went over there to meet with Boeing and other companies that are in the aerospace industry.
Utilities across the Ozarks are working to restore power to thousands of residents following severe storms on Sunday. Crews are prioritizing the removal of downed power lines due to the serious safety risks they pose. The 4th of July holiday could pose extra safety issues in St. Louis, according to Fire Chief Dennis Jenkerson. He says this year they're worried about fireworks igniting tornado-damaged homes, which are exposed or covered in tarps. This is Missouri Net.